Hey guys, so our wonderful garden, which has been doing so good this whole time, so good. We thought that's it, we're gonna make the entire season without any issues until today. We got to our marigolds right here, and we have a bit of a Southern Armyworm problem. That name might not be familiar to you, but if you see one of these guys, you're gonna see that they suck because they literally eat all the leaves of all the plants, and then you don't get any more fruits. And they love tomato plants leaves. So let me show you what the worm actually looks like, or a caterpillar. So here's a baby. It's kind of just resting because he probably just gorged on all kinds of leaves. And this entire marigold patch right here that we have is just infested with them, and they're typically dropped off by moths, and these guys are in their stage where they're literally just feeding non-stop so that they too can turn into a moth at some point. They look pretty, kind of, but they are extremely invasive, and they will eat up an entire tomato plant in a day pretty much when you have such a huge infestation. So to combat these guys, we found a solution. It's a neem oil based solution. We're gonna go ahead and demonstrate how to put that spray together and how we can spray that. Take care of these suckers. There's so many of them, just so many of them everywhere. When we pick up even a single petal or a leaf, they're just there. You can see this guy right here chomping away at the this guy right here, he's chomping away at the leaf. This guy right here, he's trying to do some acrobatics here to get to the other side to chomp that leaf. Here's one right here trying to get to the leaves. They are everywhere. We used to have a netting on this, and we figured we didn't need it anymore, and that was a really bad decision because here we are with an infestation. Now you might see that there's a wasp going around right there. Apparently wasps are natural killers of these kind of caterpillars. We're just going to take the alternate route.
Alright guys, so we just talked about the bug infestation in our garden bed. So what we have found is that this neem oil seems to work really well to get rid of those Southern Army bugs. So we are actually going to open this up and actually get it ready to spray all over our garden beds to protect our tomatoes and our eggplants and any other leafy greens that we have left. We're going to make sure that we can actually save them by getting rid of these bugs. We usually do not spray anything, but this time we are going to spray this, and this is natural as well. I just ordered this from Amazon today. It was $35.08, and this is about 1 gallon that I ordered. So we're going to put this together and show you how this works. We're going to open this up and set this up for you.
Just keep in mind though, at the time of this video that we're making, it was 35 bucks. It might be cheaper, it might be more expensive depending on where you're located. So this is a cool system because it comes with a sprayer built into it that you kind of just like clip out, and once you clip it out, you pull on this tube right here, and when you pull on it, it extends out, so you're not doing weird angles to hold on to the bottle. And this cap right here, you don't want to take it completely off. You just want to take off this little sticker right here, and when you take it off, you'll notice that the lid comes off. And intuitively, this piece right here, which is the actual siphoning part for the sprayer, just use a little brute force here, but it clips in and you will hear it just like that. So now that that's been clipped in, we can use the sprayer. The sprayer does have a stop section, a wide sprayer section, stop section again, and then a very small or like a thin stream, and you simply just turn the actual the pointy part of the sprayer. I'm sure there's a technical term for it. And then that's it. And then you just press the I have it on. You just press this thing, and right now it's priming it there. Now it's done priming, so it'll just spray wherever you need to. Now I had it on the slow the thin stream, so that's why it just shot out a very thin stream like that. If I turn this thing a couple of times, it'll now go into a steady stream like that. All right, so let's head over back to our raised beds and spray these suckers down.
Hi guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and start spraying, and I'm going to start with this area. This is the most infested, our marigolds. I know there's no stuff here that we eat. We do have kale, and I just saw one of the bug fall off when I actually sprayed. So I want to make sure I cover all the area. I'm going to go under as well in here. These bugs are so clever that they actually went from our one raised bed and traveled to the other raised bed and actually looked for the leafy greens to actually go attack them. So when I saw that happening this morning, I knew that this is not a minor problem, it is much bigger, and I need to do something about it. That's why I decided to place an order and actually do this. Oh, I see they're falling down. If you can see, I just sprayed and that one just fell down right there. I'll lift this up. You can see that one. It fell down as soon as I sprayed. I'm going to go in there and start spraying. This is our kale. And you can see that these leaves are eaten. You guys can see that? Right here, you can see that these are eaten by these bugs, so I'm going to spray these as well. And because this is natural, it's neem, so it's not harmful for us either. So, run away. Okay, I think I have covered this area quite a lot. Now I'm going to turn to this side. We're just growing some peppers around here, and we have a basil here, and that is one of our Indian plant. It is called, what is it called?
We call it tinde.
Those are tinde. There you go. Those are tinde. It's kind of a squash.
Yeah, it's about 3 inches long.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It grows all year long, so we're just trying to, it's sort of a weed, but it actually is pretty good. So we're making sure that it grows and it doesn't get eaten up by any of the bugs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray this. So you guys can see that when we got this, it was only this much, and you can see some of these leaves are actually being attacked by these bugs as well. You guys can see that hole in there. So these bugs definitely got here. So I'm just gonna make sure that I definitely spray it, because I do not want these to be eaten. It took us some while to actually get these growing, because they died last time. And I see that one bug. If you can get it down right here under there. You see that? It's under there. You're gonna have to, yep. Spray that. Oh, it's on there. It's not coming off. But I'm gonna make sure. So we grow marigolds around all our plants because it actually releases some kind of toxin in the ground that actually prevents all these bugs. But we're pretty surprised that these bugs are definitely not deterred by any of these marigolds. That's why we knew that there is some problem here, that we need to tackle it with this neem spray.
They seem to be attracted to it, which is really strange.
To the marigolds?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. That is really surprising. I'm actually going to get that, what is it, cauliflower or the broccoli?
Broccoli.
Yeah, we had broccoli early in the season.
This one never grew, but then all of a sudden it decided it was going to start growing, so we figured why not.
Yeah, we just left it, but you guys can see, so this leaf was whole in the morning. It was a complete hole, and you guys can see that it's now eaten. I don't see the bug anywhere around here, but it definitely was traveling in the morning and coming to this side. So I'm gonna make sure I cover it.
And guys, keep in mind, you might not see anything when you walk out to your garden, but these guys are tricky, okay? They like to hide under the leaves, especially when it's sunny outside, because they don't want to be prey to a bird that might pick it up, and they also don't want to become dehydrated from direct sunlight. So during the daytime, they tend to hide under the leaves too. So their activity is usually in the dusk time or at nighttime.
Now I'm going to go to our tomato plant bed and our eggplant, and you guys can see they have visited our eggplant as well. So we do have some eggplants growing right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4. So there's a few eggplants, and I definitely want this plant to be thriving. I do not want this to get eaten up by these bugs, so I'm definitely going to spray it here. And you guys can see, this is some of the poop. You know that the bug visited when you see this poop. They left their poop here. So you know that they were here. That's another indication when you find this poop on these leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and spray it on here as well. Make sure you guys definitely go under the leaves, because that's where they are hiding and living. So going under the leaves is very important. You don't have to have it perfect, but make sure you have it. And I spotted one, and I'm going to show you guys.
I spotted another one right here. You can see it's hiding in the shade. Little guy.
It fell off.
And it immediately fell off.
There is one that I spotted on this side from the, oh, it's right here. Under the leaf, as we suspected.
Alright, so I want to show you one more thing, guys. So when you're inspecting your leaves, if you see folded leaves like this, a lot of times when you open this up, you'll actually see that there is one of these guys living in there. You see that? It's trying to make this into a cocoon for itself while it's feeding off of the leaves, and this will eventually turn into a moth, giving rise to more of these kind of caterpillars.
I'm going to get rid of this leaf.
Best to just get rid of that leaf altogether and toss that guy somewhere. But yeah, you can see how this little guy is just hiding out in there. Alright. Now we have some beans over here too that want to protect.
These bugs usually come onto the young plants, and attack the young plants because they haven't completely developed themselves to fight off any of these bugs. So that is one of the reasons why we are seeing such an infestation.
Now these are all volunteer tomatoes that we have no idea where the heck they came from, but we want to keep them alive. But you can see a lot of these leaves have tiny little holes because these guys at some point have gotten to these tomatoes too, it seems.
Yeah, look at these.
And you can see that the leaf is just eaten away, it's see-through.
Yeah.
And you can see branches like this which are just eaten away.
Yeah. And we'll give you an update on this, how this did, because this is our first time doing it. But from what all we have learned so far, this is a pretty effective method. So we will keep you guys posted in regards to it. This is our basil plant. I just spotted another one of these guys. Time for me to spray it. And it fell on another leaf. Time for me to spray that good. And it's not there anymore. There is one on the zucchini plant. It is right there.
And just like that, it just rolls right off. Spotted another one right there.